Hello friends, this video on Sources of Energy Part 5 is brought to you by examfear.com. No more fear from exam. So now let us look at the fourth type, that is thermal power plant. So we are done with the fossil fuels. So we saw we have three categories of fossil fuels, that is coal, petroleum and natural gas, or in all of them the main constituent is carbon. They are all formed by the decomposition of dead plants or animals, right? And they are extremely good source of energy in the sense that they produce a lot of heat energy. So only in that sense they are a good source of energy. Now let us look at another conventional source of energy, that is the thermal power plant. So what is a thermal power plant? Now as the name says, thermal. So thermal means something related to heat. So a thermal power plant is an arrangement which converts heat energy into electrical energy. So in this power plant we actually generate electricity. So how do we generate electricity? Making use of heat energy. So from where do we get this heat energy? So we get this heat energy by burning huge amount of fossil fuels. So just now we spoke about fossil fuels like coal, petroleum and natural gas. So in old days, these coal, petroleum and natural gas were burnt to generate energy. Now this heat, this was generated, this heat energy was then converted into electrical energy in thermal power plants. So that is how the fossil fuels also helped in generation of electricity. So many thermal power plants are located near coal fields or oil fields. That's because you need a huge amount of fossil fuels to generate the huge amount of heat, right? So now if you locate your thermal power plant far away from the coal fields, then you will have to take the hassle of transporting the coal from the coal field to that thermal power plant, right? So that will again involve so much of time, that will again involve so much of cost, right? So it is always better that the thermal power plants are constructed near to coal fields or oil fields so that we can get the fossil fuels handy. Now, what exactly happens in case of a thermal power plant? Now, in a thermal power plant, you have your fossil fuels, which when burnt, a large amount of heat energy is generated. So what happens to that heat energy? Now that heat energy is used, or that steam which is produced is used to turn the turbine of an electric generator. I mean, which device generates electrical energy or electricity? It is electric generator. Now in every electric generator you have a turbine. What is a turbine now? So if you look at the construction, I mean, you will study about electric generator in your higher classes. In fact, we have studied about electric generator in one of our previous lessons, right? Where we talked about electric motor, electric generator. So what is electric generator? It is a device which produces electricity. So in the electric generator, you have a turbine. It is a structure like this which rotates. So as it rotates, rotation means mechanical energy, right? So as it rotates, the mechanical energy of the turbine gets converted into electrical energy. Now how this mechanical energy produces electricity, that I have explained when I discussed about the working of the electric generator. If you want to have a quick review, please refer to the topic on electric generator which we discussed in lesson magnetic effects of current. Right? So that means if I want to generate electricity, my main aim is to rotate the turbine. Now in order to rotate the turbine, I need some energy. So from where will that energy come? In case of a thermal power plant, that energy to rotate the turbine comes from the heat energy which is produced by burning fossil fuels. Right? So you burn the fossil fuels, you get a lot of heat energy. This heat energy is used to turn the turbine. As the turbine rotates, the electric generator generates electricity. Correct? Okay. So now let us look at the disadvantages with fossil fuels. Since that time we have been talking about fossil fuels, we have been telling that so much of energy is produced and how they are formed and things like that. So now let us see what are the disadvantages involved. The first one, air pollution. So the first and the major disadvantage with fossil fuels, when you burn coal or when you burn petroleum, a large amount of smoke is produced which pollutes the air, and this air pollution has become a threat to human life now. I mean, because of pollution, you get so many small diseases At the same time, it becomes so difficult for you to lead a healthy life. So the first is that it causes air pollution. The second one is acid rain. What is acid rain? Now, when the fossil fuels are burnt, now several products are formed. Now, out of that, acidic oxides are also formed. Acidic oxides like oxides of carbon, oxides of nitrogen, oxides of sulfur are produced when fossil fuels are burnt. Now, these acidic oxides are extremely harmful to health. Now, these acidic oxides are present in the atmosphere, and sometimes when it rains, the rainwater gets mixed with these acidic oxides, and then we call that rain as acid rain. So that acid rain has several harmful effects, not only on the health of the human life, but also on many other objects. For example, I'll give you an example. One of the seven wonders of the world, that is the Taj Mahal in India. You would have seen that when it was, and long back, when it was actually constructed, it was so bright and beautiful. But now, as with passage of years, the white color of the monument is actually turning blackish. And the reason behind that is nothing but acid rain. So because of this acid rain, these acidic oxides actually turn things black. It is extremely harmful to health as well. So this is again another disadvantage with fossil fuel. The third one is greenhouse effect. What is greenhouse effect? We all know that. Okay, let me quickly discuss greenhouse effect, so that will become easier for you to understand. So when I say greenhouse effect, it means that we all know that we get a lot of energy from the sun. So sun sends its sunlight to the surface of the earth. Right? Now, a part of the energy gets absorbed by the atmosphere and a portion of it reaches the surface of the earth. Now, there are certain gases which are present in the earth atmosphere, for example, carbon dioxide, for example, methane. So, these gases have a property that they allow the radiation to reach the surface of the earth, but they don't allow it to go back. That means these gases actually trap some of the sunlight within the surface of the earth, so that life can sustain on earth. Because in order that life exists or life sustains on earth, the temperature on the earth has to be proper. I mean, the temperature should neither be very low, the temperature should nor be very high, because at extreme low and extreme high temperatures, life cannot exist, right? So in order to maintain that optimum temperature, these gases, that is carbon dioxide and methane, they have this property that they allow the sunlight to reach the surface of the earth, but they do not allow it to go out. So that means they trap some of the heat energy and thus maintains the temperature of the earth. But these days, what is happening is that by burning fossil fuels, more and more of such gases are being produced. Now these gases, that is carbon dioxide or methane gas, they are known as greenhouse gases, right? Now, burning of fossil fuels have increased the production of greenhouse gases. Now, as more and more greenhouse gases are produced, what happens? More and more energy of the sun is trapped. That means the temperature of the earth is increasing, and that is what is happening for the past few years. Gradually, the overall temperature of the earth is actually started increasing. Now, if the temperature keeps on increasing in this way, then a day will come where the temperature will become so high that even on earth, life cannot exist, right? So that is why people say that global warming has now become an international concern. It has become a concern for the existence of life on earth. So that is why you hear so many news on global warming. What is global warming? That means warming which is taking place of globally. So the temperature is increasing globally, and this temperature is increasing because of more greenhouse gases, and the burning of fossil fuels increases the amount of greenhouse gases. So it adds to this global warming. So the disadvantages roughly includes air pollution by producing so much of smoke and dust by burning fossil fuels, acid rain by producing acidic oxides on burning of fossil fuels, and again by increasing the production of greenhouse gases. It adds on to the phenomenon of global warming. Thank you. Please visit examfear.com to watch free educational videos, try free online tests, get the best quality study materials, study from the best tutors and mentors, and much more.